Hi everybody. Hi. I've returned. I'm back. There. I'm back home. It feels very good to be back and to be able to say hi to everyone, to be able to be back here and stream for everyone once again. It's been a very long, what, like 11 days since my last stream? So it was a 10-day trip, and then there's one day I didn't stream. I don't know, maybe like 11 days. But thank you all for being here on pretty short notice as well, because I only scheduled this today. It's kind of hard when I come back home in the middle of a week and I'm like, I'm still sleepy. I'm still quite tired, and I might have the of the vid. So I didn't want to be sick when I came home, but you know what happens? It happens. It happens. So yeah, I was in Japan for 10 days. I went from, where did I go? Tokyo to Hakone, and then to Kyoto, and then to Osaka, and then to Nara, and then I went to Hiroshima, and then I went back to Osaka. So it was a lot. It was constant moving, constant go. But whilst I was running around the country of Japan, was all of you guys, are you guys all doing good? Is my mic quiet? Okay, wait. Oh gosh. My computer did some kind of update that changed a lot of stuff, and I don't really know what it did. I'll turn this up though. Is that better? Did that even make a difference? Because it reset some of my audio stuff, and it reset the way my computer opened. I don't really know why. I don't know what happened. I was like, I'm gone for 10 days and my whole computer changes. But I hope everyone here was doing well whilst I was away. And before I start yapping all about myself and my trip, did anyone do anything cool that they would like to share? Anyone want to share with the class anything they did that was fun or exciting in the last 10 days? I'll sit here and sip my soda while I wait. Beware of burps. They're probably coming. Boring. No, yes. Just kidding, kind of. I'm not gonna lie, I accidentally left another can of soda here while I was away. And when I got what's it called? I got a new soda. Get out of here, little rat. Ew. Why is it there? I don't understand why it keeps doing that. She pops up randomly and I'm like, go away. Go away. I'm just gonna... Oh, I'm over here now. Okay, anyways. What was I saying? Oh yeah, and I accidentally drank from the nearly 2-week-old soda can instead of my new one by mistake, and then I realized my mistake. I was like, bleh, 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 bleh. So my post on Twitter is beautiful. Oh, it was so pretty. Actually, the picture in my thumbnail is of Himeji Castle, and I took that picture because it's so pretty. It's so pretty. Nothing you accomplished is that you woke up at reasonable times. I did too. I had to wake up at before 8 o'clock every day on the trip. Went full Karen mode at a con. Oh, I mean, say sometimes, you know, you might say Karen mode, but if it's like for a good cause, is it really Karen mode? Yeah, before 8 a.m. was rough. I mean, I think I adjusted to it quickly because I would be so tired at the end of the day, I would go to bed early. So waking up early wasn't exactly that much of a problem for me. When usually I do wake up at like 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. Sometimes later. Went to Chicago. I have never been to Chicago. I have not been. I think I drove through Chicago once, but I've never like stopped and stayed there. It's like, yeah, I've been to Japan. I've been to Germany. I've been to Costa Rica. Chicago? I never been there. I never been. Yum 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 yum. But yeah, I think it was waking up early was manageable. A struggle, except the last day. We had to we had to be at the air. We had to leave our hotel at 5 in the morning, and we had to be ready to check out at like 4:30 in the morning. And it was such a long day. It was over 24 hours of traveling, and it was rough. It was really rough. Yes, I have been to New York. I've been to the city a couple of times. I've been there before. I saw the Statue of Liberty. I went to the Museum of Ice Cream. That was fun. What else have I done there? I did Ellis Island. I've seen some stuff on Broadway. What did I see? I saw Phantom of the Opera on Broadway, and then I've seen the Rockettes like 3 times, maybe 3. So I've done to quite a bit. Don't come to South America. I have not gotten to South America yet. I definitely want to. I want to go at some point. I just have not gone to it. I've been to Central America, but not South yet. One day, though, I'm trying to get all the continents crossed off my list. So far I have North America, Europe. Central America is not really its own thing. It's like kind of a weird gray area. I don't like Central America and now Asia since I went to Japan. So I just gotta get to Africa sometime. So I'm like, maybe Morocco. That'd be fun. What? I don't even know what that means. I don't know what is barreloche. I don't know what that is. Yeah, Miss Worldwide. Miss Worldwide. That's me. I don't know. I've always liked traveling. I always grew up traveling. So, snowy Argentina. Gotcha. I don't really like cold. I also don't like heat though. Speaking of heat, here's a segue into Emmy's Japan stories. It is really hot. Like really hot in Japan in the summer. Like while I was there, I don't think it went below 90 at all. Like throughout the whole trip, it was always around like 95 plus ridiculous humidity. It was so humid every single day. In Celsius? What would that be in Celsius? That is 35 degrees Celsius. Yeah, it hovered around 35 degrees Celsius, 95 Fahrenheit, the whole trip. The whole trip. So, it was really tough. It was so humid. You look around at both tourists and locals. Everyone, their whole back was just sweat. Like under the armpits, sweat. Your stomach, sweat. Everything was just sweaty. Everyone was so incredibly sweaty and just damp. It was crazy. Like, I have not experienced humidity like that before. I mean, I've been to Southern California. I've been to Florida. You know, I've been in hot and humid places, but nothing compares. Nothing compares to that. It was, oh my gosh. And so you see, like, so many people have like little hand towels to like wipe the sweat off their face, and people had they're like little it kind of looks like they had headphones around their neck, but instead of headphones at the end, they're little fans blowing onto your face and neck. And the whole time I was like, I should have bought one of those. I should have got one of those. Other people had what do you call it? Like little handheld fans, like electric ones. It's like literally like a little spinning fan. And then other people had just like, you know, fan yourself, you know, traditional quote unquote like looking fans. So it was tough. Oof. It easily gets into the hundreds for weeks. Maybe if that's dry heat, yeah, maybe I could handle that. But if it was hundreds and humid, I'd be dead. I would be dead. Hello, Gandit. I'm doing good. Talking about my Japan trip here. How it stinks. Well, okay, not Japan, but like the weather stunk. I mean, I was kind of grateful that it wasn't rainy. I think there was only one day that it rained, but only for a little bit, and then the rest of the day was fine. And it kind of cooled off after the rain, which was surprising too, because I think they're in the rainy season right now. But it didn't rain all that much. And then so yeah, I knew Japan was gonna be hot and humid. But excuse me. I didn't underestimate it, but I just wasn't prepared for it. I definitely got a tan. I got quite tan there. I got like a little pink. I got a little pink in some places, got a little pink on my face. Cause, you know, in the wind, my bangs, they blow out of my face. Oh my god, am I okay? Am I good? Okay. My bangs blow out of my face in the wind, and then it exposes my pasty pale forehead. And then, you know, I didn't put sunscreen on my forehead because I was like, oh, my bangs will cover up my forehead. I'll be fine. I was not fine because the wind and the sweat and everything just moved them out of the way. So, yeah, I got a little pink on my forehead. I didn't get any, like, bad burns, though. And, it wasn't until the end of the trip that I finally was like, I can't do it. It was super sunny, like no clouds. It was hot as balls. It was rough. And then I found a really cute like UV parasol. That it was like pink and it had little frills at the end, and it's so cute. I love it so much. So I got a little UV umbrella, or a parasol. And then I carried that around, which is kind of annoying to carry around, and then the constant like opening and closing of it when you go inside places. But I didn't get any more tan, and I didn't get any more burnt once I got that, because my main worry is the top of my head getting burnt, like getting my scalp burnt, because it was I've gotten burnt like in my scalp before, and then once like it starts peeling and you have this just huge like chunks of scalp like peeling off, and I was like, oh my god, I'm falling apart. That was a long time ago though. I was always careful after that. But I'm like trying to drink a lot today because my throat kind of feels messed up, and one of the people I went on this trip with, they came home with COVID, and I'm like, oh, that's great. That's really awesome. I love that. And so now I'm like, well, I'm not feeling too great, so I might have it as well. Hello, Money. Hi. Thank you very much. So yeah. Oh yeah, because for those of you who don't know, I don't even know if I said this at all before or after or during when I went with it was a tour. So I didn't go just with my family. There were other families and other people on the trip, which I think has its benefits, but also not at the same time. You know, like you get a bus ride, you know, to all the places that's nice and air conditioned. And then once you're done at a place, then you're like, oh, get back to the air conditioned bus, like let's go, go, go. And you're like, ah, it was nice. And so like there's some benefits to it, you know, and then there's other people you can enjoy the trip with. But at the same time, when you're traveling with in a different country with like 35 Americans who, especially people, a lot of them had never traveled before. Like this was their first time traveling, and you could tell their spatial awareness was not it. Like they would just stand in the middle of sidewalks. They would just stand there. I'm like, you're standing in a bike lane right now. Like, you're gonna get run over, and it's making us look like the idiotic American tourists. Like, I know there's no avoiding the fact that I was an American tourist, but I just at least didn't want to look like the idiotic, yeah, the stereotypical one. So, it was tough, and some of them they were just so stupid. They were just so dumb. Like, you'd think, oh, crosswalk, green, go, let's go, like we gotta hurry, you know, everyone get across before it ends. And then they're just casually just waddling on over, and I'm like, no, like come on, you're gonna get hit by the cars. It was frustrating sometimes. It was a little frustrating sometimes. Oh, yeah. But it's okay. No one got hit by a car. No one got hit by a bike. There were some close calls with the bikes. Because that's one of the things I didn't understand in Japan. If you've never been to Japan before, you've never been in like the big cities and stuff, bikes just seem to kind of be able to do whatever they want. Like here in the US, at least everywhere I've been here, there's always, you know, if there's a bike lane, then bikers use the bike lane. But if not, then they go on the road. You know, bikers here are treated not as pedestrians, but as drivers. But in Japan, I noticed most of the time the bikes were not on the road, and they were just on the sidewalks with all the pedestrians. And sometimes the sidewalk was split, where, like, you could, like, tell that half of it was, what's it called? The half of it was a bike lane and the other half was for walking. But other times it was just a sidewalk and the bikers just went everywhere. You know, and sometimes you'd see bikers, you know, stopped at a crosswalk and they wait to go across a crosswalk with pedestrians. And then other times it's like, okay, green, we're the pedestrians, we have right of way, let's walk across. And then zoom, a bike comes out of nowhere and you're like, hello, I thought I had the right of way. I could not get a grasp on how biking worked while I was there. I was constantly like, where are the bikes? Where are they? I know they're somewhere. So that was a little stressful. I think maybe if I spent more time there, maybe I would have figured it out, but I don't know. I also couldn't tell like which side people walked on in the sidewalk. Like here, I've always known it, you know, when you're walking on a road, you know, pedestrians walk on the left, but when you're inside a building or when you're actually like just on the sidewalk, with other pedestrians, you walk on the right. And that walking on a sidewalk or in halls and stuff, you follow like traffic rules almost. But on the sidewalks in Japan, everyone just kind of was walking everywhere, and I was like, what side do you want me to walk on? I don't get it. I need to know, please. It was too much to keep track of. Did I almost get scammed in Shinjuku? No. I don't think I actually went to Shinjuku. I don't think I went there. Where's my phone? Let me check my pictures. I don't think I went. Oh, that's those. I took a lot of pictures and a lot of videos. I have almost 200 videos to put into a little vlog for you guys. I did take a train, but another benefit of traveling with a group with a tour guide is the tour guide was able to guide us around the train stations and everything. So we took 2 bullet trains. We took the fastest one and the second fastest one. They're very fast. They're very fast. But I don't know, I've been in a lot of different subway systems before, so like I was looking at the maps and I was like, okay, it's just a subway system. Like it's not that hard. Like everything in the major cities, because I was only in the major cities, everything also had English below it. So even if there wasn't English, like I could probably read it still. You know, I've been on the subway in London, in Boston, in New York, in DC. Where else are there subways? I don't even know. But I've done subways everywhere. Like I kind of just get it. Like I grew up traveling and taking subways. So like for me it didn't seem that confusing. But I think the train stations themselves, oh, I would totally get lost in them. I'm like, which way do I go? They were huge. They were some big train stations. Like usually in other places, like in New York and Boston, it's like, okay, I got off the train and there's one exit that goes up to the street right there. So obviously you take that. But some of the train stations in Japan, I was like, where am I going? Subways aren't really confusing. It's more that people have, yeah, I think over the past couple of years, I've learned to get a pretty good sense of direction. I mean, especially compared to my parents. Like, we were walking around Hiroshima in the evening. I think it was maybe like 9 o'clock or so. And we were walking around the Peace Park, looking at the Peace Memorial and everything, which was really nice. It's a very nice park. There were froggies. I saw froggies there. Oh my god, am I okay? Hello? Man, I'm gone for 10 days and just everything decides to poop its pants. But my parents were like, okay, so which way do we go from here? I'm like, well, we came from that direction, so now we gotta go this direction. They're like, are you sure? Can you pull up the map? I'm like, no, I know where we're going. Like, the monument's right over there. You just walk in that direction. And then they kept asking, like, oh, you can pull up, let's pull up the map, see which way we're going. And I'm like, but we're just going back over there. I can see the building over there. Our hotel was across. Like, I don't know. I think I've just learned to get a good sense of direction, which I used to be really bad. Like, I used to not be able to read a map. I used to be very, very confused. But yeah, the New York subways. Yeah, I've been on that a couple of times. It's very different. It's very different. I mean, like, New York subways, they're loud. They're a lot more like rocking you, throwing you all over the place. They're loud in the trains, the stations are loud, and it's also like, you don't feel very safe being in the subway or in the stations in New York. But Japan being, like the 9th safest country in the world, I never had an issue with feeling unsafe, like, anywhere. Like, I felt really safe the whole trip that I was there. So that was very nice. You know, I feel like Japan is one of the places, as a lady, I would totally travel there by myself. There are other places I would never. Other places meaning the US. Cause I don't know, it was just nice. You know, everyone keeps to themselves. Everyone is kind of respectful of the place. So that was nice. But yeah, New York subways are scary. Yeah. I mean, sometimes like a funny stuff or like, oh, okay, that's interesting, you know, entertaining stuff. can happen, but then there's also just so many terrible stories. It's yeah. Yeah, I wish it was a little nicer. Like trains in Japan, they have like a railing that, you know, automatic doors that open and then you can step on the train, so it's not just a ledge down into the tracks. Like, I don't know, you'd think that would make sense to have, that it'd maybe be common sense, but no. The Japanese toilets. Yes. I used the bathroom in the airport right when I got off the plane, and I sit down and I was like, oh my god, I get it. I get the love for them. Because, like, almost every toilet I sat on in Japan had a heated seat. It was so nice. It was so good. Yeah. Excuse me. So the toilets are super nice. The only problem is, okay, I used the bidet. I sprayed my booty hole, okay? I sprayed it. I was like, whoa, okay. But then but not all the toilets that had a bidet had a drying option. Okay, so then you had to like wipe the water off with the toilet paper. But a lot of these places are public bathrooms or like hotels that had really crappy thin toilet paper. So then it just like shreds. it just like shreds the toilet paper like on your butthole. And then you're like, well, great, what the heck? So I mean, if they had a dry feature, if all of them had a drying option to like blow on your butthole, then that'd be nice. And if not, if they just had decent toilet paper that could wipe the water off, that would also be nice. So I used the bidet just once, and I was like, okay, I'm good. I'm pretty good now. But I did enjoy the heated seats. And also, in a lot of public bathrooms, there's a little button where you can turn on, like, rainforest or, like, rainforest or waterfall sounds. So it's, like, really peaceful, like, when you're sitting there in the bathroom. But then also it blocks out the sound of if you're going number 1 or number 2, so that other people in the bathroom can't hear it. I'm like, this is great! This is amazing! And I also noticed in the bathrooms, in every single public bathroom, like without fail, I should have taken a picture of them, but there were always signs showing how to sit on a toilet, which I thought was really interesting. I thought it was very interesting because, like, when you think about it, like, there's probably people like maybe from like the Japanese countryside who just use the like squat toilets that are like the ones in the ground that you don't sit on, you know, and that like they may not have used a Western toilet before, or maybe people from like other countries. You know, I get the like since going to Costa Rica, I understand why a lot of the signs say like, oh, please flush your toilet paper, don't put it in the garbage, because in some countries like Costa Rica, they have garbage bins to put your toilet paper in because their water systems don't, like, it's not made to have toilet paper be flushed, which is interesting. But like it had little diagrams like, please don't sit facing the toilet. Please don't squat on the toilet. like to me, an American, I'm like, well, yeah, obviously. But like it's interesting to think that it's not obvious for some people. Like it's very different for some. So, but the boys need to hear the sounds? What? I mean, I don't know, maybe it's different for guys, but us ladies, we're shy in the bathroom. Like, would guys understand the struggle of sitting in a public bathroom, like, needing to, like your butthole's about to explode, but you just gotta hold it in because someone else is in the bathroom, so you just gotta wait till they're done and gone. So you have to wait till they're done and gone. And then another person walks in and you're like, no, please leave. And then finally people are gone and then you can let it rip. This is so yeah, anyways, that got maybe a little TMI. I don't know. Got a little off topic from just Japan. Got a little off topic. But that's okay. That's okay. There were a couple times, like in a couple public bathrooms, where they just didn't have soap. And I was like, well, so I just washed my hands with the water, but what about the soap? Like, my hands won't be clean, they'll just be wet. So that was also odd. That was odd. But other than that, I really liked the bathrooms. You know, and almost pretty much I think every restaurant I went into, like no matter how small the restaurant was, because I went to a couple small places, they all had bathrooms and they were all fine. And also bugs. There really weren't bugs. Like, I don't know, I think about like traveling sometimes and I think of like, you know, like you're hot and sweaty, you know, like you brush the gnats out of your face and stuff, or there's like I don't know, like I just think of bugs when I think of summer and heat. But the only bugs that there were cicadas, but they were all in the trees. You know, they didn't really do anything, but they were very loud. They were very loud cicadas. Actually, wait, I think I have a video of one. Wait 1 second. Okay, yeah, I have a video of one. Like, I don't know how well this is gonna transfer, but that that like sound, yeah, that was a cicada in a tree like right there next to me. It was so loud. It was so loud. I was like, oh my god. And they were big. They were big fat cicadas too. It was very big cicada, but I didn't see any of like the big like rhino looking beetles. I didn't see those. I saw a snake. That was cool, but I didn't see any lizards. No lizards. No monkeys. Lots of herons. What was the other one I was gonna say? Oh yeah, and orb weaver spiders. There were a lot of orb weavers, but they were never out of their webs. Like, the spiders were always in the webs. I never saw one out of one. So for someone who doesn't like spiders, I was glad that they just stayed in the webs. Very glad. Because otherwise, I would have been a little, scared. Like when I went to Costa Rica, and there was a big old spider on the ceiling of my hotel room. That sucked. That was scary. What is hikikomori spiders? I'm gonna look it up. Hikikomori spider. That's not a thing. Maybe it is. Oh, what is this? A brown recluse spider? Oh. Oh. I was like, what, is that a type of spider in Japan? I get it now. I get it. Silly me. I got you though. I got you. I understand. Yo comprendo. But yeah, so they were like me. They were like me. I don't leave my house a lot. I haven't stepped outside yet today. Speaking about steps, let me look at my steps. Okay, I wonder which day had the most steps. Ooh, that's a lot of steps. Last Wednesday, I had 17,447 steps. Oh my god, what was I doing that day? Saturday, I had 13,700 steps. And Sunday, I had 15,369 steps. The other days, all of them had like at least 7,000 steps, you know, like 9,000, 8,000, 7,000. So yeah, it was still a lot. Even my travel day of Wednesday, I still had 6,000 steps, and I was sitting on a plane, for probably like 16 hours total of just planes. So yeah, it was a lot. It was a lot of walking. My feet were not used to it. Because before the trip, I was getting, let's see, 537 steps, 822 steps, 291 steps. And then, boom, 8,000 steps. My feet were not used to that. My feet and legs were so not used to that. Towards the end of the trip, the last couple of days, I had like big old blisters on my feet. Not even because they were rubbing against anything. Like my sandals didn't even touch there. So I'm like, where did these blisters come from? Where did they come from? And I would get home after these long days of just walking. I'd flop down onto the hotel bed and just my feet like would be throbbing. It hurt so much. And oh my god, it was crazy. When I got home yesterday, I went upstairs, I flopped onto my bed, and and I mean, I fell asleep, and like I kind of napped, like was dozing off, you know, and just my whole body was getting cramps. Like my calves were cramping, my arms were cramping, feet cramping. My body was like, why are you now suddenly relaxing and you're comfortable? What's happening? Because I mean, the beds in Japan weren't terrible. Like, I think, okay, the beds themselves were fine, but most of the pillows we had were really solid pillows. And I have two like flat floppy pillows that I have stacked on each other, and that's what I sleep on. But every hotel, it was just one pretty firm pillow. I was like, oh, okay. So my body is just being like tossed around. It's like, please stop. Please. But I'm settling back into things. But let's see, I can do a little itinerary for you guys. I was about to say, oh, people can ask questions as well, and I realized I remember someone asked if I went to any arcades, and then I just kept getting sidetracked and never got back to that. I went to a Taito station, which is like a, oh my gosh, what's it called? Like a brand, oh my god, why am I totally blanking on the word? A chain, like an arcade chain in Japan. It's a Taito station, so they like organize it by floors. There'll be like 2-3 floors of claw machines, and then like a floor of arcade games, and then a floor of rhythm games. At least that's how the one I went into. My mommy said no to claw machines though, and I was really excited about claw machines. I only got to do one attempt at one claw machine. I was so sad, but I had fun doing the rhythm games, because I knew a lot of the songs that were on there. There was actually a lot of HoloLive songs in all of the rhythm games, so I did a lot of those. I was jamming out. They had other songs that are like popular within the VTubing sphere. They had like Goddish. They had, what is that? You know, like that one. They had that song a couple of times. They had what is it, King? They had that on there. So there were a lot of songs I recognized and that I knew. And actually, and Idol and Oshi no Ko was everywhere. I'm like, it was everywhere. There were giant billboards, like big signs and posters everywhere. Like Oshi no Ko, I guess, is huge over there. I was like, oh my gosh, I feel like I'm missing out because I haven't seen it. So Idol was always in the machines. I was even watching Japanese television. I was watching this game show that's was it 3 people 1 minute? It's kind of like a competition show, you know, like three people, you have 1 minute to impress the judges with some kind of talent or skill or whatever. And there were ballroom dancers who did a dance to Idol, and I was like, this is awesome, this is great. This is quality television. It was amazing. Actually, in one of the arcades, there is a dancing game where like you dance with it's like a full body kind of screen in front of you from like head to toe, and then you choose an avatar to be like the person you dance with, and they must have done a collab. They did a collab with HoloLive, and I got to dance with Nene. I took a little video of it that I might throw into like a short or the vlog or something. But it was fun. I loved how much HoloLive stuff is in there. If you didn't know, I'm a HoloLive fan, and I HoloLive been hanging on besides the point. Hello, Johanne. Hi. I don't know if anyone else here is like a HoloLive nerd like me. But I bought a lot of merch. I bought a lot of merch over there because ordering overseas, it's like $30 shipping. So I was like, well, I might as well just buy like as much as I want while over here, because it'll be so much cheaper than if I were to order it from their website. So I did. I bought a lot. It's all sitting behind me. I gotta do a I'm gonna do a little I can oh my gosh, I'm so tired, I can't even speak. I considered showing everything that I got during this stream, but then I was like, some of the stuff is big and there's so much stuff, and I'm lazy to set up a hand cam thing right now. Like, I don't want to. So I'm just gonna do like a Japan haul video. I'll do that instead. I'm gonna do that. It'll be much what's it called? Easier than showing all my stuff there. Hello, Jared. Welcome in. Welcome. So there'll be a good amount of content coming out of this Japan trip. Because I mean, this Japan trip was planned for a while, like long before Wonder Pop or any of this. So once I got into Wonder Pop and I was like, oh, I'm going to Japan not long after it debuts, and then I can make so much Japan related content. So I'm doing the haul video, I'm gonna have a little vlog put together, and then I'll make some shorts like, oh, things I wish I knew before going to Japan, you know, typical like travel things, you know. People get a kick out of those. I love watching those. Even when I like, before this trip was planned, I would still watch like things you didn't know about Japan, or like, you need to visit these places while in Japan. Like, I still always watch those, so I was like, I'll make some of those. It'll be fun. It will be fun, because I have how many videos? I have 165 videos on my phone in the Japan vlog folder. There's a lot. Some of them are repeats, like I may not use all of this, but I'll probably use a lot of it. Yeah. Excuse me. But I definitely want to go back. I want to go back to Japan. The question is just like, when and how? Because it's not cheap. It's cheap when you get there. It was rude. What, did I burp again? I'm gonna burp as much as I want to. If you're new here, you do not understand. I burp a lot. I burp a lot. There's no escaping it. I drink soda and I'm burping. But oh my gosh, oh yeah, it's cheap, relatively cheap once you get there. Like, you can get drinks in the vending machines are like $1 to $2 US, whereas here in the US a vending machine drink is like $3. Like, the food is cheap as well. You can get a great bowl of udon noodles, and then you'd be like, oh my god, this is gonna be like $20, this is gonna be so expensive. No, it's like $5. It's like $5. I mean, my mom got a big bowl of udon. I think it was called kaki udon, which had, what do they call it? Oysters. It's a big bowl of udon. It had like 6 giant oysters on top. Less than $10. Less than $10. So like, food and drink isn't really a problem. I don't know how much the hotels are, but I'm assuming the hotels and the flights is like really what's gonna get you cost-wise while traveling there. Like, let me see. Let's just say, I don't know, what's an airport? I've had connecting flights at Newark before. Newark to Tokyo, let's see. Actually, that's not that bad. It's not as bad as I thought. Wait, that's in September though. What about in like, wait. What about in August? Yeah, it's a little more expensive in the summer. But then even throughout, okay, it's not too bad. Okay, well, I say it's not too bad, but I was expecting flights to be over like $1,000, but they're in like the 700 to 800 zone. You know, sometimes it looks like they are a lot more expensive, but generally it could be a lot worse. So I actually have something to admit. I didn't spend a dime. I didn't spend a dime of my own money on this trip. So my parents paid for the trip, and then they just paid for everything while we were there. So I don't really know how the prices were for like some things, because like it was through a tour company, so like it's all just one big cost that you pay, where like breakfast and dinner was included, you know, the transportation like while in Japan and also to get to and from Japan are included, and all the hotels were included, you know, stuff like that. So like for those, I don't know the specifics of how it was, but you know, as a young as a young small corpo VTuber here, there's not there's not much going on in the bank account department here as of now. So the next time I go to Japan, yeah, it might be a while. It might be a while, especially it's like, you know, that time of my life where I should probably save my own money. I should probably save. I know one way to go back to Japan is to be like, I've seen stuff, you can be an English teacher in Japan and work for the Japanese government, like as an English teacher. I'm like, that would be cool. That could potentially be cool. But then also, then you'd have to have like a full-time job and then also be streaming. And I'm like, ooh, that'd be hard. Because right now, all I'm doing is streaming, and it's already a lot. It's already a lot. And then like, if I were to move to Japan and then bring my computer and everything, it makes me nervous. Like, what if I pack up my monitors, my PC, you know, all this stuff in a suitcase. I'm like, okay, ready to go, let's go. And then they lose my luggage, or like they just toss the suitcase around and then my PC breaks on the way over there. Oh my god, you know how awful that would be. But then it's like, it would be so much money to just like buy a new setup while over there, you know? And it's like, gosh, I mean, it's doable, but it would just be, it'd be meh. It'd be meh. I would not enjoy doing that. I would not. But who knows? Who knows what the future has in store? Because I have to, I don't know, what should, oh wait, I was gonna say I gotta make shorts tonight. I think I posted a short. Didn't I post a Didn't I post a short? I did post a short, guys. I did, I forgot about that. I was like, oh, I gotta go edit some shorts, I'll start posting shorts. And I was like, wait, I literally just posted one. I think it came out like 2 hours ago. Go watch my new short, guys. Oh my gosh. Yeah. I still am gonna make shorts though. They are still going to be on the way. The shorts, and the 2 videos. So I'll probably, I don't know, maybe I'll do shorts tonight and then send the videos tomorrow? I don't know. But does anyone have any questions for me about my trip to Japan? Because I'm down to answer anything, whether it's like, oh, what was your favorite part? Or like, what do you think about the socio-political economic status of Japan as a country? Just kidding, don't ask me that because I don't know. I don't know, I just spat out a bunch of random words there. I don't even remember what I said. we'll just go with it, it's fine. Cause let's see, I should have put together like a little slideshow. Oh my god, I should have put together a slideshow and like showed pictures. That's fine. I mean, some of my favorite, like some of my funny pictures though, from the trip, I can't even show. I can't show like a picture of my dad, my dad with my cutesy pink parasol. I can't exactly show that. That wouldn't really work. I can't show my dad. I have lots of food pictures though. I think I took a picture of like every meal I ate. Which is a lot of meals. Would I stream Security Breach? I mean, I guess that is a question. I was thinking more of questions about the trip to Japan, but like, okay. Dude, I've only done the first 2 games. Security Breach is a ways down the line. I'm not getting to Security Breach by August 8th. I am not getting there. Eventually I will, but it won't be in time for the 10th anniversary, unfortunately. Was the best food I ate over there. Ooh, let me pull up my food pictures. Let's see. I can just go through a list of food here. Let me find my food pictures. I had lemon shaved ice in Tokyo. That was so bright yellow. I don't even want to know what it did to my insides. That was tasty. I just picked a hay nail. And then, where's my food pictures? What is this? Oh, we had one night where we had sumo hot pot. So it's basically, it was a meal of what sumo wrestlers eat. That they eat like 6 bowls 3 times a day, like for their whole lives or something like that. And that was very tasty. I liked it because it was very healthy. It was just like some mushrooms, some chicken, some vegetables and stuff in a broth. And that was very tasty. So I recommend Sumo Hot Pot. I had random crab meat on a stick. I think I posted that on my Twitter. My random crab meat on a stick. We were walking around Ueno Park in Tokyo, and but my mom, she was like hunting down shrines and temples to get stamps at, because you can get like pretty stamps at the shrines and temples. And so my dad and I are just sitting there and we're like, hey, that guy's selling crab on a stick, let's go get some. I think it was like quote unquote crab meat. He just dunked it in soy sauce, threw it on the grill for like a couple seconds, dunked it again, grilled it some more, and then he's like, here you go. It's like, thanks. And it wasn't even like, it was just somewhat warm with a little bit of soy sauce flavor on some random fish meat. But it was still tasty. You know, definitely try some street food whilst you're there. We had one night where we did like, you know, the kind of barbecue where you cook on your own table. We did that. That was tasty. It was also like a buffet. You know, you go up, you choose all your stuff, and you like cook it on the table. It was okay. That was alright. I had shrimp tempura udon. Udon noodles are like my new favorite kind of noodles. Udon noodles are so good. They're so tasty, you guys. They're so good. They're like the thick round noodles. They were so tasty. Oh my gosh. Like, if I could just eat that the rest of my life, I would. I really think I would. And then, what is this one? Oh yeah, we had one where you get like a like bowl of like oil, I guess, and then some raw meat. You just pop the raw meat in there and it cooks. And it had a bunch of like local cuisines, I guess, and there was a lot of seafood stuff. So there was like a little fried scallop, there was a crab shell thing that was filled with like a seafood mix of some kind that was very tasty, you know, some kimchi, tofu, of course rice. There was rice with every meal. I had sashimi and udon one night, or day. This was day. That was at 12:41 p.m. That was my lunch. So it was sashimi, super fresh, very tasty, and of course more udon noodles. Let's see, where's some more food? I had a crepe for lunch one day. It was a crepe that had like chocolate sauce drizzled on it, and then it had like whipped cream throughout it, and then some bananas. So it was a very light, nice snack. More noodles. More noodles. There was ramen and gyoza that were tasty. There was more noodles, more udon. I got like a sashimi and tempura bento box one day that was like, I didn't even know what most of the things I was eating was. I was just like, I don't know what this is, but I'm gonna put it in my mouth. I'm gonna eat it. And they were all pretty tasty. I had a pork cutlet bowl. I was like, oh my god, it's like an yuri on ice. It's like yuri on ice. The pork cutlet bowls. I'm kidding. I'm sorry, but it was so good. I tried fried scallops. Fried scallops are good. Oh, what was this called? Okonomiyaki. I think is what it was called. And that was from Hiroshima, like a local cuisine. I guess, and it was really tasty. It was very good. Hi, Nelly. Hi. I'm talking about my foods that I ate. I'm gonna put together like a little. I'll show all of the foods in the vlog when I make the vlog. Hey, what's up, Logan? Welcome to the vlog. But it was very tasty. I liked it. They cooked it like on the tables right in front of us. It's basically, what is it? Noodles. It's noodles, cabbage, egg, a little bit of meat, and then with like some seasoning and stuff. It was so good. Very tasty. And then I had just straight up salmon sashimi when I was in Osaka, and it was so good. It was so tasty. It was, oh my gosh. Yum, 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 yum. I gobbled it up. And I had so many like 7-Eleven, Lawson, and Family Mart food. Because they were everywhere. Convenience stores are everywhere. Like around every corner you see a convenience store. So I got breakfast there every morning because I didn't care for the hotel breakfasts. So I would get like Melopon, which is like a nice fluffy bread. I got just like fluffy bread with chocolate in the middle. I had like chocolate chip scones, and then I'd also get like whatever kind of drink just looked good. My parents went through and they tried like all the different kinds of coffees throughout all the vending machines we went to and all the stores, and I got lots of onigiri. Onigiri. the like rice balls with, I always got the salmon ones. The salmon ones are good. So we went to a convenience store at least once a day. At least once a day. I got lots of stuff there. I also got a pork bun at one of them once. I only saw them at like 2 of the convenience stores though, so I don't know if it's like only some have the pork buns, but they were very tasty. I quite enjoyed them. They were very, very yummy. But I don't know, I think if I had to pick a favorite, I'd say just like the udon noodles, and also the fried scallops were really good too. I enjoyed the fried scallops because we got those on an island. What was the name of the island? Miyajimacho? Or Hatsukaichi? What's the name of the place? Wait. Miyajima. Right? Is that what this is? Yeah, I think this is, oh, yeah. Miyajima. Yeah, Miyajima. We'll just go with that. It's an island, like near Hiroshima. It was very nice there. It was kind of, they had like deer walking around, kind of like Nara Park. Like the water was nice and pretty. They had, we went there during low tide, and there were tons of crabs everywhere. They were the kind of crabs that had like, they were small, but then one of their claws was like massive. Like the huge, like one claw that was like chomp, chomp, chomp. And I'm like, whoa, I want to catch one. I didn't catch any of those. And I was starting to get sad because I couldn't find any crabs to catch because they all just ran back into their holes. But eventually someone else on the trip was like, oh look, there's a crab right there. I'm like, where? I just, I like snatched it. I snatched it out of the water. I'm like, yeah, I got a crab. I got one. And then I had like sand and dirt under my nails. And then like I was wearing sandals and there was sand on my feet. Oh my god, it was ugh. And then I had to deal with sand on the bottom of my feet and in my shoes for like the whole rest of the day. Till we got back to the hotel. It wasn't the end of the world though. It was okay. It was alright. I picked up a crab, so it was fine. I also picked up a frog. Did I pick up anything else? Probably. I see a critter and I want to pick it up. It was tempting to pick up the cicadas, but they were very loud. I didn't want to be any closer to the cicadas than I already was. And I would have picked up the snake I saw, but there were a lot of people around and I didn't want people to like yell at me because I touched a snake. I also didn't know if it was venomous or not. I had to catch them all. I did go to a Pokemon Center in Osaka. I basically it was really funny. So we get up there to the store and it's huge. It's a huge Pokemon store. And Nelly will like this story. Nelly will like this. I pulled up a picture of Esper, my favorite Pokemon, right? I love Esper. What a cutie. Not a single thought behind those eyes. And I love it. And so I showed a picture of Esper to my family. I was like, if you guys see this little guy, tell me. Tell me, okay? Because I've never found any Esper stuff here in the US. And then I'm walking around with my sibling, and then we stop because I see him. I see Esper. I'm like, oh my god, he's here! And I started crying. I'm just standing in the middle of the crowded Pokemon store, just bawling my eyes out, trying to like cover my face. And I pick him up like, oh my god, he's so cute. He's so adorable. And so I start crying. And it's just one little Esper plushie. I'm like, oh, it's so cute. And then one of the workers come up to me and she was like, oh, you like? I'm like, hi, yes, like, I'm like, and she like gestured me like over another direction, like around the corner, and then it was just a wall of like a crap ton of Esper stuff, and I'm like, and she would like pick something up, be like, kawaii. I'm like, hi, kawaii desu. I'm like still crying, and she's just picking up. The worker just keeps picking up all the Esper stuff and handing it to me, and I just keep putting it in my cart. Or like in my basket, and she just keeps handing them over, and I'm like, arigatou gozaimasu, arigatou. I'm like, it was so funny. I only ended up getting one of those Esper things. I just got a plushie. My mom said, oh, actually no, I got a keychain as well. I also got a keychain. That's very cute, and it's like Esper eating an ice cream or like a lollipop, and it's so cute. Because I brought the basket. Just I sent a picture to the staff server of just my basket filled with Esper stuff. No, I didn't. They're expensive. My mommy said no. My mommy was the one paying. My mom was the one paying. I don't have money. And so I just got the one because my mom said no. I was very sad. I wanted them all. I wanted to catch them all. My mom said no to claw machines. My mom said no to the Pokemon store stuff. I mean, geez, who does she think she is, paying for this entire trip for me and paying for everything on the trip for me and not letting me go to the claw machines and get more plushies? I kid. I also did a lot of gachas. I did gacha stuff though, and they were fun. I did maybe like 8 gachas. I was trying to get an Esper out of the gacha machines for you, Nelly, because it was so cute and it had like a little like loop on it so you can like hang it up on stuff. And then I did it a couple of times and I kept not getting the Esper, and I was like, oh my god. I'm like, I've already spent like 900 yen on this, on like one gacha machine. I need to stop where I'm at. I was disappointed, but I mean, I got a cute Mew thing, and I didn't even know the other 2 Pokemon, so I just gave them to my sibling. I just gave it to them. I was like, here, you can have it. Didn't get Esper. I didn't get him. But I got a lot of stuff. I had a lot of stuff. I'll show you guys eventually. My throat is starting to get to me though, I'm not gonna lie. So unless there are any more final questions about my trip to Japan, I'm gonna have to go, because I think I do have COVID, because my throat hurts and my mom's throat also hurts, so my whole family might just have COVID. Yay! It's really not yay. Because I still had plans. I was gonna go somewhere next week too, and I'm like, oh my gosh. It's okay though. I'll go make some tea. Oh my god, I didn't buy any tea while I was there. I was gonna buy like green tea and I didn't. And I didn't. Oh my gosh. It's okay though. I'm sure I can find like different green teas here in the US. It's just, you know, trying to find the right one. Cause I tried once one that was like a more like a roasted rice kind of green tea, and I enjoyed that a lot. I actually really liked it. I liked it hot. I don't really care for cold green tea, but I like hot green tea. So I'll have to look into where I can get that. But if there's no other questions, then or if maybe you have some but you're shy, I'll be posting shorts about the trip. I'll be posting a little vlog that I put together. Well, not that I put together. I haven't put it together yet. I gotta do that tomorrow. And also a video where I show all the stuff that I got. So I'm signing off because like it's hitting me now. Yes, I will rest up. I will definitely rest up. I don't know what I'm streaming tomorrow, but I'll do something. I'll figure out something. I don't know. Maybe I'll do PUBG tomorrow, since when I tried to do PUBG before I went, the server's closed and only like an hour into the stream. So maybe I'll do some PUBG tomorrow, and then on the next day, what is today? Is today Thursday? So tomorrow will be Friday. On Saturday, I might do a collab. I don't know. I gotta double check the details about that. Gotta message Shizuku. I gotta see. But we might be doing something. So, stay tuned. I'll update stuff. If you haven't followed me on Twitter, go follow me on Twitter. Or join the community Discord server, because I post updates on both of those. Sometimes Discord more than Twitter. Sometimes Twitter more than Discord. So just join both. And also subscribe. Thanks. We're shooting for 500. We're so close. We really are. Which is crazy. Just crazy. I think maybe if I didn't leave for Japan, maybe we would already be there. But I mean, who knows? But I hope everyone has a lovely night. It's great to be back. I'm glad you guys didn't just forget about me. So have a great rest of your night or day, morning, I don't know, whatever it is. And I'll see y'all around. You're at 199? Let me go make an alt account. And no, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Go subscribe to Nelly then. Shout out Nelly. Who wants to be 200? Who wants to be 200? You get a special prize. Your special prize being that you get to be the 200th subscriber. Okay, I'm gonna go make tea, and I'll see y'all tomorrow. So, goodbye. Yay!